Three. 1, 2, 3. Ain't never fooled with no radiator this heavy. I don't know that I'm ready for it. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, shucky. What I'm wondering at this point, Brian, is why you put the fan on backwards.
Oh my gosh.
And if
I did.
Son of a gun, you are fired. This is gonna make it on YouTube, Brian. This is going on there.
That's what happens when we get
The whole day you made me fire you. It's gonna be on YouTube, Brian. Oh my gosh. Son of a gun. Let's take her back out. Here we go. Are you ready? Ain't no sense in delaying. Up on 3.
To hold on.
Oh, you needing a break?
Yeah.
Why you need a break? Holy moly. You got it?
Yes.
I'll come around. Gluttons for punishment. It bees that way sometimes. Y'all check out what Mr. Brian been doing up here. I've been down there working with the excavator, planting some crepe myrtles. Mr. Brian getting the work done. Praise the Lord, it's about time to put these big old heavy hubs and brake drums on. These hubs and brake drums you bolt together and then install them at the same time. They are way too heavy. And Mr. Brian made us a racetrack this morning. We tried to get y'all a little footage, but we lost it, so we'll have to redo that. We'll race the mini bikes.
You get that one right.
Yeah, well, we'll get a time on that too. We're gonna try not to break our necks while we do it.
We need to run them both at the same time.
A real race? You can go on the big one, I'll go on the little one. I'll still beat you. You think? What y'all think? If Brian goes on the 400 Suzuki and I go on the little old Coleman, who's gonna win?
I was making better time on that little Coleman than you.
I mean, you should beat me. I mean, if you can ride, you should beat me for sure. But you might not beat me by very much.
A win's a win.
All right, we're gonna try to put some of these hubs on. Look at there, Mr. Brian been sharpening my daddy's old knife. I don't know if that'll cut, Brian.
Can I see it?
Oh my gosh. I don't know, it's pretty sharp.
Cleaned it up too. It was pretty rough.
That is a pretty snazzy looking knife.
It is. It's a little clean.
All right, we're gonna put these hubs on. We'll bring y'all back when we figure out actually how it goes. Me and Mr. Brian had an assembly line going this morning. He had the grinder and the abrasive cleanup wheel after these rims, and I was spraying power, pressure washing. And we're about to paint these things, assemble our wheels to our axles. That's what's going on today, guys. Looky, looky. We got one ready to put wheels on it. So I don't want to set these things down in the dirt and let them rust before our trailer parts get back to assemble to it. So we're gonna go ahead and get our wheels painted and wheels on it and then go set them in place. I hope y'all having a great day. We are, ain't that right, Mr. Brian? It's gonna be a great day. We're trying to beat the rain, supposed to be in here at noon. So we might have to move our paint operation indoors. Hey, look at this. Check this out. I got me a pineapple top rooting over here. I need to water that today. Cut it in 4 sections. And I believe we're gonna have some pineapple plants. I'm gonna show y'all what we're doing here. Go ahead, Mr. Brian. I'm gonna go get my paint ready. I'm gonna use Krylon white primer, Rust-Oleum white. I'm gonna paint your ear hole. I'm gonna paint your ear hole. All right, guys, this is gonna be the last one I'm gonna show you. Then I'm gonna shut this off. We'll bring y'all back a little later on.
Seems it's repetitive.
We have primed about 5.5 of them almost. I only have 1 can of primer left. We run a little short on primer.
You got 2.5 wheels left.
Got 2.5 wheels left, yep. So, anyway, here we go. All right, guys, we got them painted, got them cleaned up. Looking perfect, but it's looking excellent. We're about to put some wheels on this first axle. A lot of weight on this table right here, and I don't want the table to break down on me. There's already a gap right here in where this post is pushing this plyboard up. All right, guys, this is the first one, so bear with us. We're gonna have to learn how to do it. Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough. Yeah, it's been so long since we took this apart. We're trying to remember as we go, putting it back together. Keep the stem in between those set of studs. You ready? Nope. The ring goes in between them. All right, guys, don't embarrass ourselves too much. We're gonna shut it off and figure it out, and then bring y'all back after we do. All right, my people, we got it figured out. The big part goes outside on the first wheel, inside on the second wheel. Make sure the stem. Oh yeah, old son. Is my stem's gonna be in the way. I gotta.
Yeah, we need to spin it a little bit.
Let me try.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, old son. It ain't spun that easy since it was brand new, old son.
About drug it away.
All right, my people. Now, since we know what the heck's going on now, I think we're gonna show you the assembly on this. We've already got the brake pads on. This is the only used pair of brake pads we put on. There was just so much.
Terrible.
Yeah, there was so much life left in them. We decided to keep them. We got a new hardware kit though. It's gonna work just like brand new, old son. All right, let's put the hub together. You can get the bolts ready to go back together. I'll be cleaning on these two, I guess. And y'all, this trailer rebuild has gotten so expensive. If I found something that was in good condition, I tried not to replace it. So these bearings and these seals were in pretty good condition, so we ain't replacing them, old son. They ain't perfect, but they're good. My music went away.
Okay with that.
You don't like my music?
I like it. Quiet. There's too many
Does it quiet remind
There's
you
too
of
many
sleep?
people talking in my head. I ain't got enough room for nobody else.
This seal right here looks a little high.
But it is. The show don't want to go down.
Oh, and I'm not going to tear it up. All right, next thing we're going to do, throw a little bit of blaster in there. Get all them bearings rolling right.
Like we'll hydrate.
Freeze it. Will you grab the grease gun right there? So long as they're rolling, I'm happy. We just want it to slide right on and not get hung up.
Little looby dooby never hurt nothing anyway.
Okay.
So spin, I'm like. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah. You got something to hold back up with?
yeah, it's right there in front of you.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought, old son. Yeah, this hub and brake drum bolt together.
And boy, is it nice and heavy.
Mr. Brown was showing off. He done got both of these drums on by himself. I had my back turned, slipped them right on. You wanna take it off and show them how it goes back on?
It goes on and when it comes off.
All right, yeah, we had these parts sitting in a gas bath.
Parts washer.
All right, let's see if we can remember how it goes. This groove's situated on the bottom. What we gonna do is we're gonna put our bearing in first.
Oh, look at you. Doing it back.
All right, here we go. Let's try again. I need a big pair of pliers.
What do we do with them?
There. I'll be right back. All right, so our first locking nut.
Actually, that's not a locking nut.
A tension
That
nut.
would be your tension. Yeah, think like a tension.
That's what I said, a tension nut. You're the one that said
Hey,
locking nut.
tension nut.
What's it feel like?
Feels like
Loose.
tighten it up a little bit. BE
BE uniform. All right, now we're gonna slide on this and see if it lines up with the pin, and it don't. So we gotta back that nut off.
Yeah, I'd back it off and I wouldn't tighten it down. Yep, there we are.
Okay, and
Jam. The locking nut
the locking nut.
or jam nut.
What are we gonna call this? Tension nut,
Preload, your keeper.
keeper, spacer thing you do.
I'd call it a keeper.
We'll call it the middle thing.
Or
The middle
a
thing you
locking
do.
washer.
And locking washer. And then we got to tighten this where one of these knuckles end up in between these two set screw locations.
And yes, we use the set screws. Off camera. Come on, put some butt into it. There you
Well,
go.
I don't think I'm going to be in the right location.
I really reckon it matters seeing you're not putting those set screws in anyway.
Yeah, we are.
Did you get them?
Yeah. Ain't nothing short about me, old son.
Besides the ones you didn't put in the other ones?
Besides my legs. Look, it's a little baggie. We got a little baggie of set screws. We need some Allen wrenches. Grab that set of Allen wrenches, please, senor. Yep, these set screws are going to keep this from getting tighter or looser. Get on in there. That one right there just tried to strip on me. Maybe not try, it just did. We got us some 4 set screws in. That way that nut can't tighten or loosen on its own. Excellent. Now Mr. Brian's working on getting the cap cleaned up. This old die grinder, we're gonna clean this paint up off of this. Oh yeah! Y'all gotta get you one of these. Keep going before it runs out. It's beautiful. Heck yeah, dog. Lowboy axle number 2. What I was telling Brian is about there ain't but just a handful of things we didn't replace. Let's guess this might be called a pneumatic actuator. The airlines hook into here and inflates a bladder and pushes this shaft out and applies the brake. And so, but these 4 of these we didn't replace. One of these we didn't replace. 1 or 2? I think it's 2.
2.
So 2 of these slack adjusters.
Right.
And of course the bearings.
The S-cams were okay.
The S-cams were good, but we rebuilt them.
We got new seals,
Mm-hmm.
new
Yeah.
washers.
Oh, and one pair of brake pads we didn't replace because they looked so good.
Those were replaced before, after the other ones. 'Cause those
You know-
were the newest looking ones. It's like they had a failure and replaced it. Maybe they had a something stuck. Because remember, one of these was new.
Uh-huh.
So I bet you they had it stuck, and they replaced it, and they just replaced a set of brake shoes on one side and the bladder.
One thing I realized, Mr. Bryan, we can do while we're right here is we can adjust these brakes until it barely touches easily. We can.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that. That'll be interesting to put on the show.
What size was that? Do you remember?
It looks like a half or 9/16, and I've already got a half on the drill.
No, I took it off.
It's too big. Nope, 9's gonna work.
It'll do.
All right, you spin the drum. Tell me when to stop.
I can tell you now. Go ahead. All right, back it up. Home drum. Oh. Hold on. Too much. Wait, hold on.
It's barely touching. It's nicking. I can tighten it.
A little bit. Tighten it. That's fine.
All right.
They don't like to come out.
Hang on. I see one. It's got a little cogs that's got to be lined up
Gotcha.
with. Hang on. Okay.
This drum is warped. So
It better not be warped.
listen. It's fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
But
It's locked. It's locked, old son. Since it was such a struggle doing that, hanging that axle off the tractor, we're gonna do it right here on the table.
agreed.
Agreed. All right, we good to go. Like butter.
I'm trying to take
Am I
the
trying
legs.
to take that table down?
I'm trying to take them legs.
Oh yeah. I'll drop it.
All right.
I just need nuts from here. Didn't want to be left out of the party. Yep. Now she jammed. You reckon this table's gonna hold up?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think all four of these tires
Don't weigh as much as
are
another
not
axle.
as much as the other.
Absolutely not.
It sure is a lot more fun putting together good parts than taking apart bad parts. This whole trailer gonna look pretty darn good. Hey, let's put this stem as the outside tire. It's a short stem. Back in.
How close?
Okay. All right, guys. That's axle number 2 assembled today. Good day. Making progress. Praise the Lord.